G'day, today we're going to have a play of 7 Billion Humans, and we're continuing on from level 52. Alright, so we're at the hard end of yellow here, level 4, so let's see how we go. Okay, how many times does each number appear on the grid there in the center of the room? How many O's are there? How many 1s? How many 2s? How many 3s, 4s, 5s, and 6s? Write your answers on that row of 6 data cubes at the bottom and place them back on the floor. The first cube on the left should say how many 0s there are. Next cube should say how many 1s there are, and so on up to 5. Do not include these cubes at the bottom of your room counts. Okay. I think that I've just jumped into this level before, so I assume that's what that one line is. So I'm going to just check that because I don't think that's anything. Okay. So, what we would want to do first is we would want to go nearest data cube equals memory 1. So hopefully that means that they're all going to assign that as their nearest data cube. And then we will go memory 2 equals 0. Okay, and similar, let's go if that does not equal a worker, step up, else calculate memory 2 equals memory 2 plus 1. Okay, and then we want to jump from here to there. Now that's probably a chunky way of doing that. It would otherwise be if it does equal a worker plus 1, else step, and then continue on. It's fine. I'll allow it. I'll fix it. If that equals a worker, memory 2 calculate, jump to there, else step. Okay. Doesn't that look cleaner? So now I have to figure out a way to get them to walk that full grid from these squares here, checking what's next. So how do I get them to path it? Alright, so there's a removed section away from all walls, and there's also things, so we can't just have them walk crazy lengths here. Got them all starting at that point, but they're going to start at different sections. So what we could do is we could also tell them to step left. So that would mean that at this point here, they should all just sort of move across one and end up starting at this same one point. So we would then say that the next thing that they would want to do is step diagonally, because we want them to start there. If this equals memory 2. We also want to set memory 3 to equal 0. If that equals memory 2, then calculation will be memory 3 plus 1. I was going to say that what you could possibly do is we could get them to walk up, hit the wall, and then sort of come back and hit the wall. That actually could still work. Still work. So we push this down. So we step that way, and then we say if... it doesn't work. It's going to be clunky if it does. We say if that direction equals a wall, step left. I don't know how you would do this with two different walls, how you would sort of get them to... Possibly what you would do is you'd tell them to reset. Alright, let's try this. Okay, so... Let me just play this part out so far. So what we should see is she should move up there. These guys should all do their math. Move over one. And move over. Cool. Alright, so they're sort of on the right path. So we step diagonally. So I'm just trying to think of how you operate a grid at this point. So you step that way instead. So you end up here. So you're against the wall. Alright. If this direction equals a wall, step right. No, that's... Well, if that equals a wall, step diagonally that way. That's fine. And... get them to operate down. Else... they'll step up. And we'll bed that in there. So, for her, she would step to here. If 0 equals a wall, step up there. So, if that equals a wall, it doesn't. So step up, if that's memory. And then it doesn't really matter. It's just, there's no sort of else to that. It's just jump to here. Until she hits that wall, and then it's this step. This point is where we want to then send in our next command. So you step to here. And then, I mean, we could embed the same thing. That direction equals a wall. This, again, is probably going to be a really clunky way to do it. Step northeast. And then... Oh, I don't want the whole clipboard, I just want that one piece. I guess I can't just copy single pieces. Okay. Step thing. If that direction equals memory 2, calculate memory 3 is memory 3 plus... Alright, plus memory 1. That should be plus 1. Plus 1. Now there's no way to get then back out of this. I guess it would then be that we put this here and then say if that equals a wall, jump to there, else jump to there. I think. This is clunky. This is going to do my head in. Now, at this point, they should just sort of continue mathing it out and then just do nothing with the information. Let's just see if I'm anywhere in the vicinity, because I might just have to... As long as they don't... I mean, it doesn't really matter. As long as they just check every single one and they don't try and leapfrog the person in front of them. Okay, so she's stuck. That should be in the else, right? Wait, I've got this part. So that should be step there, and then... Wait, what did she get wrong? So she got to here and she got confused, so I settled a step. And then it was this, if this equals memory 2, and then else... else step down. Let's try that. So basically it's then just, can she actually, will they wander all the way through it? Still getting stuck on that. If that equals a wall, step diagonally. Else... Is that else in the wrong spot? So that else should be there. Wow. Yep. Definitely got myself confused now. Okay, so just quickly skip through that. Okay, so then they're getting into a weird little hop thing here. Don't quite know why. Stepping back down. Nah, I've definitely overcomplicated this one. Alright. The first part worked alright, so if we get rid of all of this and get rid of that, that's a workout step. That diagonal step down doesn't mean anything, so we can just diagonally step up. Step up. That equals a wall, step diagonally, else step up. That equals a thing, do that, and then jump up to the top. Okay, so then at this point, if that equals a wall, step, and then it will be if that equals... That equals a wall. Step. Else. No. So if the else, jump to there. And jump in there. Let's try that out. So again, the goal is purely just to get them to check all the numbers at this point. Yeah, it looks like they're going to get through them all here. Basically what it is that they just walk all the way from one wall back to the bottom. They skip the number at the bottom. Now, how do we make them stop in the end? And I think we would do it by saying we get them to walk all the way up here, they then step down and they wander and then they go back up. So we can then say if, we can probably chuck an if in here, if that equals a wall, pick up memory 1, write memory 3, and I think they don't put it, and then we say drop, but I don't think, I think they pick it up where they're standing, so we need to tell them to step 1, drop, and then we can just go else if, we bury that in there, so let's see how that goes. It's definitely not going to get any time victories on this one. I'm pretty confident I'm not going to get a steps steps on in this one either. Alright, what'd I do wrong? How many times does each number appear in the grid in the center of a room? How many zeros are there? How many ones and twos? Write the answers on the row of the 6 data cubes at the bottom. The first cube on the left should say how many zeros there are. The next cube should say 0. Did I mix up my 1s and 2s? So this one should be just mathing out what number they should be set to. And then this one should be calculating what number goes on memory 2. So I don't know why I didn't like that. Let's try and play this out. So she's looking for zeros. She's got 1. Great. So this guy should be looking for 5s. No, he's looking for 5s. Great, he's seeing that. This guy should see the 4. So they're all seeing the numbers that they should be seeing. She's got a 3. I'll see a 2 there, and he skipped the 2. Oh no, he's going to come back up and do that. Alright. And just make sure when they do this sort of swap over, they do correctly swap. She's still adding. She's got a 3rd one. If we count this out, we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14 zeros. If we then speed this through, did I say 14? Does she go back down here and put that as a 14? It does. So I'm getting... Am I just reading the instructions wrong? Write your answers in the row of 6 data cubes at the bottom of the rest of the room and place them back on the floor. The first cube on the left should say how many zeros there are. The cube should say 1s, and so on up to 5. Let's play it out and we'll see. So her memory 1 is 1, which is right. Memory is memory 2, memory 3. These two are still going. Memory 4. Memory 5. So that part of it seems right. Write your answers in the row of data cubes at the bottom and place them back on the floor. The first cube on the left, 0. there are, and the next key should say how many ones and so on, up to 5. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so let's try and work out someone else who's doing this. So if we let these guys wander all the way through it. Okay, we'll pause right there. So, she's saying 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Make sure I didn't miss one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Cool. So I missed one. 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. He's missed one. So why is he missing one? It's just because they overlap each other? Alright, I'm going to assume it's because they overlap each other and they just sort of end up skipping something because someone's already standing there. So, what we have to do is we have to get rid of that section here where I get them to wander down if it doesn't equal a wall. Okay, so it's back down to here, and basically we just need to go through this instruction again, I guess. So it's if that equals a wall, step that way. Not this instruction, that's the last part. And that's the first part. Step down. So you step to here. And we reset the whole the whole thing. So step down. Totally gone blank. So it is step down, you're now on that one. But instead, we'll just make them step left. And then it becomes this. If that equals a wall, step diagonally up. Else, step down. If under u equals memory 2, calculate memory 3 plus 1. Then we need to go jump. There. And then I wonder if that's a wall. Step that way, else step down. Yeah, that's fine. Jump there, but we also then need to get them to, if it does equal a wall, then jump, move to here. So I suppose we can jump into there. See if they wander back down. As long as they're just stopping on each one at the moment, then we're okay. That's way under. It's so much worse. Now what are they doing wrong? Am I making them step twice or something? step by step this. It's really painful when you step by step. There's so many steps. Especially when this first girl doesn't see a 0 for a long time. I mean, they seem to be doing it right at this point. I feel like I was so close with my old strategy. I don't know what was wrong with that. I don't know what's making this one even worse. Did I make it the wrong... Yeah, I did it again. That was my mistake. It's the second time I've caught myself out with that. Let's try that again. Can't believe I did that again. The amount of times I've done those calculations wrong on the two things I'm adding together. Shocking. Those numbers look better. It's still not right. Wish he would go away so I can have a look at what numbers I've gotten versus what's on the thing. These numbers seem exceptionally high. Let's just do it again where we run through it. And she seems to only be stopping for 0s, so... She does have 11 though. Did I do the wrong memory? Okay. 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got that right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Alright, so even she's wrong. There's something about my calculations I've written wrong here. Has to be. That's because they're rewriting memory too. Am I getting them to jump too high up here? No, because that's just if you hit the wall there, you pick it up. You pick up 1 on your right memory 3, which is right. I just don't. I'm gonna have to watch it through again and try and work out what numbers she's counting. So she should go to 1 here, so she'll go 0 plus 1. 0 plus 1 is 1. 0 plus 1 is... Sorry, 1 plus 1 is 2. This will be 2 plus 1 is 3. She walks to the bottom, skips it. No, she skips it. That's where she's gotten it wrong. That's why I told you to step diagonally. If it equals a wall, step. But she's not doing that because she's going to... Wait, what instruction is she up to at that point? She should be going south here. So if it equals a wall, step diagonally. Else step. Okay, so she's stepping... She's stepping at the point where... that it's not a wall, so she steps and then she does it, so... Alright, what about that? It's already exceptionally high on 8, but... 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13? Cool. Alright. let's start this again and we'll focus on, say, this guy here. So he's got 4. He's found 1 4. You should find a second one here. Third one there, fourth one there. Fifth one there. Sixth one, seventh one. Eighth one. Ninth one. 10th one, 11th one. 12th. 13th, 14th. So I honestly don't even know what I'm doing wrong. If I sit there and audit each of the guys and they get the number right, then what number of, am I just reading this wrong? How many zeros are there? How many ones? How many twos? How many threes? How many fours? How many fives? Write your answer in the row of data cubes at the bottom of the room and place them back on the floor. First cube on the left should say how many zeros there are. The next cube should say how many ones, twos, so on up to 5. I mean, I'm not also not just mistakenly having them place them here, am I? Like, they actually are putting them back down at the point against the wall. I know I've made that mistake before. Now, I think, are they jumping that first row? That equals a wall step that, but if that equals a wall step left and then step down. So let me just double check that. Okay, so you go up here. So it's this one here. Let's check her, because this is her number. So she goes up, she steps across, she steps down, finds the one she does the math. So it's nothing about the way they bounce off the wall at the top. Memory 2, they're getting their memories right. So memory 2 is set, that's fine. Memory 1 is correct because they're going back to the correct cubes. Memory 3, if I audit them, they seem to be sort of hitting it right. They're obviously just, some guys is missing some of them somewhere. I don't know why that's the case. So let's, I guess, audit again. Let's watch this guy. Counting twos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is he on 5 at this point? He is. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So by the end he should be on 12. So he's right again. Alright, I'm gonna have to do a full-blown count all of them, I guess, until I see if one of them's got it wrong. Try and work out where their math is going bad. It's so dumb that I'm not fast enough to... Alright, let's try this. Let's try and just waste their time a little bit. We want... If there's a worker there... Step left. So we're going to say... Step right. Step right. Step left. Step left. Now, this is purely just to see if potentially my problem is that they're just sort of backing into each other too much, and that's what's causing the problem. So, this hopefully will just sort of divide them up a little bit more. I mean, they're still already log jamming anyway because you're going to have someone hit a lot of ones. It's more just a test to see if that's the problem. Oh, that's not going to actually do anything there. So we'll go step 2 back. I don't think this is actually impacting anything, but this is just me attempting to try and like rule out parts as what's causing the problem. What I need to do this time is try and catch them as they get the bottom. Actually successfully pause this at the right time so I can audit everyone's individual numbers to work out who's counting it wrong. And try and work out why. Okay. 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Alright, so why have you missed one of those? I mean, that can completely rule out all of this because it's the first person in row that's having the issue. Sometimes. So sometimes they're not counting a number, other times they're correctly counting all numbers. And I can't fathom why. Okay. Now, did she count that first one? She didn't. Why did she not count that? Is it just the first person to count the first one has always not counted it? Is that all of it? I hope not. So I'd say I probably had 2 working solutions here that... Oh my goodness. Alright, that one's killer. Alright, on to 53. Right, all numbers. Okay. So we want everyone to assign themselves set of 10, and then we want them to just sort of wander around assigning those numbers. So it's going to be that there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 people. And so we want, say, the first person to... So you'd sort of want to set memory 1 to be 9? Here's an interesting theory for this, okay? So we go. If direction this way equals a wall. Wait, how's this going to work? If it equals a wall, then you can tell everyone hi. Listen. Hi. Calculate. Memory 1 plus 10. And then you need to do something. And also there's 2 people that are hitting a wall, that southern wall at the moment, so that doesn't work, so it would be up. No, okay. Sort of. The first thing that we need to do is go if direction that way equals data cube, else step left. Okay, so that should get everyone in line. Now we want everyone in line before anything else happens. But it's going to take sort of like 4 or 5 rounds to... I don't know, my mind shot from that previous one, so let's just say if we go set memory 2 to be 20. If that equals a data cube, calculate memory 2 minus 1. And then embed if it's got to be a way to sort of just ask people to stop for beats. Okay, how do I get them to just wait before this takes place? And it won't be that. It will be if that... It might not even matter. No, because I was going to say if it doesn't equal a person, but it has to equal a person because they have to be in line before this part of this process starts happening. I just need them to... I basically need this to play out in a way that they stop before they do anything else. Can't believe that's such a complicated step for me. That's just escaping me. You could set a timer, like get them to count down, but then the thing is the last people to reach there aren't going to do the next thing until they get through that countdown as well. And it can't be like if everyone is there. And the thing is that the people that are waiting the longest, which are these guys here, I can't set up any sort of rule. Like if it was this guy and the next person up from him was 4 away, it could be if there's a wall below you and the person above you, then it would be doable. But because it's 2 people that are embedded sort of like further away, there's no real way to approach that. If it equals a data cube and it's not gonna work. That equals data cube. And then it would be that does not equal a worker. Tell everyone hi. And there'd be a jump there, down here. And there would be a jump here to there. So that part I've sort of got. So the only problem, guys, would be these three. They do math faster than they do anything else, but I would need really anyone else to be doing something else. Alright, so if I scrap this line of thinking, is it, apart from getting them all to stand in a line, is there any other way that I could get them to try and figure out what numbers they should otherwise be doing? Surely none that's going to be as easy as that. Surely not. Okay, what if I put a listen here? I put a listen at that point for high. Okay, let's think this through. If this guy here, okay, I think I've got a really bad way of doing this. If that equals a wall, step left. Instruction 1. Everyone else do nothing. If that equals a data cube, listen for high. Else, step left. If no, then in here, if that equals a worker and that equals a worker, tell everyone hi. Now, in theory, this should make these two guys come in here, and then none of these guys will actually apply to those rules until all three of those guys have. So what we hopefully can see is that all three of these guys will say hi together. Why is he saying? Why are they saying hi? All right, something was wrong there in the. If that equals a data cube, listen for hi. Else. Step that way. Maybe this has to be buried under there? Try that. Okay. The first person to say hi there is surely not hitting that criteria. Because it has to be that there's both someone above and below you, right? Why are they saying it? How did you get down here? Right, is this just because I've had some weird extra crap I've left in this thing? Okay. Get rid of that. That makes me feel better that it's got nothing to do with this. Okay, let's try this. These guys are falling off the board because they're just doing their step. So there should be a jump there that takes you back to here. No? Here. Okay, let's try that. Great, okay. So you're listening for high. At that point, we jump from there to here. If direction that way does not equal a worker, step left. No. Did he say put them back where they got from? Order and location does not matter. Okay. Pick up that. Right. Number 1. Calculate memory 1 minus 1. Step. Drop. Now there's going to be a problem with this logic. It's not, because at that point we just say jump to there. It's only, this condition only has to happen the first time that you do it. Else, calculate memory 1 plus 10. Jump here. Let's see how that goes. She's not doing anything. Why is she not participating in this? She's listening for hire because she was behind the others. And she was the last one to say it. I think to fix that, all we would have to do is just in here, jump to there. No, he's taken too long to move. Okay. So at this point, we're going to get them to go... If that gives them enough time. Oh, still not enough. Now, I'm sure there's something to do with the tell listen that could take place again here. That they could go calculate listen ready, and then at this point tell everyone ready. Tell that person ready. I don't know if that might be too... No, because when they're doing that, they're just stopping waiting for everything else. You tell everyone ready. What you got there? Cool. Well, I'd say it's probably got us going for too long that we can't jump on 54 there. That'll go till next time. So that was another one with a couple of tough ones. I can't imagine 54 is going to be any easier. But till next time, I'll catch you later. See ya.